It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And up next, we'll see Trey Benson.
He's been guided by his field vision all season and has seen his way to 5th in the league in rushing. It's the Titans and the Saints on Thursday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around it. Number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the run.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Titan football. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Overton. Open man, here's Benson. Oh, nice move. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Minshew. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Paul again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Minshew. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Here's Johnson with a reception. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Overton. Catch made right side by Wilson. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this, where they're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
2nd and 6. They run over center with Benson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Overton. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Minshew sets to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Overton. Got his man, Okonkwo. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Benson running right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Another run here with Benson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Overton. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Blair. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Operating from the gun. Overton. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Garrett Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New Orleans offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Off play action, it's Minshew. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. On the previous drive, he connected with Garrett Wilson for the touchdown. And here they go again, 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Blair. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Off play action. Overton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there. And that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
And that one too wide and incomplete. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 58 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Clayton. And out of bounds right around the 20. From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 4. It'll be Minshew again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets it over the middle to Palmer. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Blake Groupie now for the Saints field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Saints.
Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out right around the 39. 2 yards to go, second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And this is caught. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Cook.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense and running back Trey Benson headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. They'll start on the ground with Benson.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Blair. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake. Overton rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on third down. Overton. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. That's taken in by Palmer. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he fields it cleanly. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
They'll go again with Benson.
Wiggles free, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Micah Parsons
Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
The Saints offense and Gardner Minshew getting set to go to work once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Now Hall to start the drive.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Minshew.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Minshew. He finds his man, complete. That's sharp. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Palmer going in motion right. They'll go play action here with Minshew. That's complete to Palmer. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
On 4th down, Minshew. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The end result, 21 yards. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Titans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
That time a 6-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd and 10. Minshew sets to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Open man, it's Palmer. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down, Saints.
It'll be Minshew again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Flushed out right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a short pickup to about the 25. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Overton. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Overton. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Off play action. Overton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Here's 1st and 10. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Minshew. That's complete to Pierce. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Minshew. He's got Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Minshew. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
A give running right is Hall. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So now the Titans down by 2, 36 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught by Wilson. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time not an ally. And a fun, close ball game comes to